Today on the Cardinal Sports Network, your Lawrence Cardinals will be taking on the Notre Dame Mighty Irish in varsity baseball. Let's go now to the field for the game.
We're back with Lawrence Cardinals baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC2, Lawrence, Notre Dame, in just a couple of moments. My name is Trey Wright alongside Chris Aponte. Boys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah, for sure. A big game. A big game here for us today. Definitely a game to get ready and rumble to. We have two of the best teams in the CVC conference for New Jersey baseball here to play today. Like you said, Lawrence Cardinals currently 10-1 on the year versus the Notre Dame, who are 9-1. It's actually pretty crazy to say that Lawrence is on a 7-game win streak, and then the Notre Dame have only lost their first game of the year, so they are on a 9-game win streak. So someone has to lose their win streak today, and we're going to have to see who it is. Yeah,
you got two massive winning streaks coming into this game, and it's a beautiful Saturday morning here. And oh, lordy, you are in for a good one. Don't go anywhere just yet. Yeah. So we'll take a look at our starting lineups here, presented by Tasty Sub Shop. Starting off with the Irish, leading off the right fielder, Lance Eelbacher. Then it's going to be Justin Prekop. He's DHing. As it's going to be Chase Burrows taking the bump here for the Irish this morning. Then Brandon Bucher. He's playing catcher. He's in the third slot. Jack Hughes. No, not the New Jersey Devils. Jack Hughes. He's going to be playing first base. He's batting fourth. Fifth is Logan Eelbacher. He's center field. Left field today is going to be David Olenchalk. He's batting sixth. And then going down to 7th, 8th, and 9th, the bottom of the lineup. Yes, David Olenchalk. Then it's going to be TJ Maglioso. That's going to be number 9, Dom Vizzoni. He's batting 7th. He's playing third base this afternoon. Then it's going to be TJ Maglioso. He's playing shortstop. He bats 8th. And rounding out the lineup, Nate Jones. He's playing second base. Now let's get to your starting lineup for the Lawrence Cardinals. Nothing has really changed. Giovanni Brogle continues to lead off and play center field. Aiden Crowley, who was on the bump on Tuesday, now plays. Who was on first base on Tuesday, now is going to be pitching here for the Cardinals. Robert Kelly continues to play shortstop. He's batting third. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, Kellen Moore. Then Teak Toto, he's batting fifth. He's playing right field as usual. Riley Rivera in his usual second base spot. He's batting sixth. Deacon Moore DHing here for Drew Dobkin once again. He's batting seventh. Dan Drizga, his second game returning to the lineup. He's in third base, and then Ben Pollock rounds out the lineup. He's in left field this morning rather.
Yeah, it seems like players are going to get ready to step on the field, start taking some ground balls to get loosed up for the game. But yeah, like you said, nothing much has changed for the Cardinals lineup. We've seen this lineup happen, so it should be good to see for the Cardinals. Just, their team just out here having fun, enjoying their day. And it's really beautiful out here. You really can't complain if you're just a baseball fan. It's definitely the type of day you want. Not too sunny. There's a couple clouds hovering over the sun, so it's a little chilly, windy, but not too bad. You don't even need to have a long sleeve. It's beautiful out today, and the umps are out here to play this game. Hopefully no bad calls. Hopefully we have a good strike zone here for the game, because we've seen previously games here for the Cardinals where some calls have been a little, woo, what are you doing there, but yeah. Hopefully today, the umpire understands how big this game is and how strong these two teams are, and will respect that.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Yeah, we definitely can, and I mean, it's we've only seen one home run so far in this field so far this year. So maybe there'll be more, like we talked about in the previous shows, how big and not awkward, I would say, but how awkwardly sized this field is. How the fence on the right field side of is pretty high. Center field is very far back. It's over 400 feet straight on, and to the left field it's about like 330. But again, with the little high fence, and we saw Robert Kelly go over that the last game. But it seems like everything is about to get started here for the Cardinals and the Irish, and Nothing to say, but let's play ball.
Lance Eelbacher, the senior, twin brother to Logan Eelbacher, takes his box for the first time this morning. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be right down the zone for strike one. Great start there for Aiden Crowley. Ball game is on.
Yeah, great first pitch. It seemed like the ump has a weird left leg as he limped up there, but great first start for the Cardinals.
Here it is. That's going to be fouled back on the parking lot, and Eelbacher will quickly go down 0-2. And the parking lot has been roped off. A couple of cars got hit back on Tuesday in the game against North.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that too, how they blocked off a whole section so no cars could go in there. So taking some precautions for today's game.
Here's the 0-2.
Ooh.
Just barely outside of the zone. Crowley wanted that, but that's quickly going to deliver a ball towards Eelbacher. Taking a look at his stats, he's batting .522, currently the best batting average on this Irish team. Here's the 1-2. Strike three, he got him. What a deal there from Aiden Crowley. And quickly, one down in the top of the first inning.
Yeah, huge first pitch, first out for the Cardinals. Right there, just great off-speed pitch, just getting the batter just off balance and swinging to the fences and missing.
Justin Prekop takes his box for the first time today. Lefty batter against a righty pitcher. That's going to be just outside of the zone, so Prekop will go up 1-0.
I think sorry for cutting you off. I think the most important thing here for the Cardinals, though, is just getting up in the count today. Indeed, it is.
Still a 0-0 game. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be a 1-1. It's Crowley. We'll just get it right in the zone. Evens up the count, 1-1. Prekop this season, .462 average. He's not been too bad. Only 13 at-bats of the year. Here it is. That's going to be lined right to center field. That ball's going to get past Robert Kelly. So Prekop, for his first time today, will get on first.
Yeah, just a looping ball right there, hovering over the head of Robert Kelly and dropping in center field. Just a quick start for the Irish here. First man on base for them, the second batter. So for the Irish, it's what you want. And now for the Cardinals, what they'd be looking here is turn a little double play. You see both infielders there, moving closer to the second base bag, but see what they could do.
So that'll bring Brandon Bucher up to the box for the first time today. He is going to pop one high up in the air. Rivera's going to call, and he will quickly get the F4. Bucher will fly out to Rivera to record the second out, and that will bring up Jack Hughes, the cleanup hitter.
The big boy.
Big lad. Definitely a lot bigger than real life Jack Hughes. I'll give him that.
Hey, Jack Hughes here is a big guy stepping in the batter's box. But good fly out right there by Riley Rivera to just get the second out of the inning. Now the Cardinals could go either to first and second just to clear the inning out.
Hughes, one of the biggest guys on this team. Here's a fresh set. That's going to be lined just trickles wide of third base. Drizga not able to bring that down to save someone some energy from getting the ball. But Hughes will quickly go down 0-1 in the count. We're seeing a lot of swinging from this Notre Dame team already.
Yeah, Notre Dame swinging at it, but Crowley's getting the better of it, and his defense is there to help him as well.
Crowley, here's the 0-1. That's line. That's going to get past Robert Kelly once again. So runners on first and second as it's another single here for Jack Hughes. And that will bring up Logan Eelbacher for the first time this morning.
Yeah, Jack Hughes is staying patient in the box. You saw he waited back on the off-speed pitch, and then moment it came his way, he attacked and just drilled it right past Robert Kelly.
So now the other Eelbacher twin leads the team in hits with 14 this season, bats .467. He's got 4 stolen bases so far on the season. So now Aiden Crowley, just one pitch away, trying to get out of this inning. Fresh set, ball right in there, 0-1.
Great pitch right there. It doesn't look like a freshman on the mound right now, if I must say. Seems like a little older, an upperclassman, but Crowley just composing himself and handling himself very well right now.
He's definitely grown a lot since his first start against Pennington. Crowley checks back at second for Prekop. Here it is. That's fly high in the air. Kellen trying to get it. Toto trying to get it as well, but that's going to fall foul before Toto, who is running like a Shinkansen there, unable to get to the ball in time.
Toto running for just trying to get to that foul ball, but that was pretty close to the fence on the right field line, so he wasn't able to make it there on time. Seemed like in an MLB, one of the fans might have jumped over the stands to get that ball, but right there, Toto just not able to grab it. So 0-2 count, 2 outs. Cardinals seeing if they could do any work here.
Sure, that one Cubs fan, his name slips me at the moment. But here's the 0-2, 2 outs. Line right to Kellen Moore. Easy grab. And it's quickly two runners left on base for the Irish, but the Cardinals able to get out of it. Still scoreless here. When we next come up to bat, it's going to be Brogel, Crowley, and Kelly up to bat here for the first time this afternoon when we return to Lawrence Cardinals baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro WRRC2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
We're back with Lawrence Cardinals baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro WRRC2. Trey Wright alongside Chris Aponte going in the bottom of the first inning, still scoreless as Giovanni Brogel takes his box for the first time today. Chase Burrows on the bump. Here it is. Ball just outside of the zone. And Brogel will go up in the count 1-0.
Yeah, great eye there by Brogel. We've seen him being very patient in a batter's box, so let's see how they could use that to their advantage today.
And that's another ball just right in the zone, so that'll even up the count 1-1. And it looks like Chase Burrows does not need any sort of pitching clock. He would be perfect when it comes to the MLB, and that was a nasty off-speed pitch just in the zone. So Brogel will quickly go down 1-2.
Yeah, quick to go 1-2. Now it's interesting to see how he can bounce back in this count.
Burrows, the ace of this Notre Dame rotation. That's going to be a ball low in the zone, so it's 2-2. Taking a look at Burrows' stats for the season. He's a 2-1 on the year, allowing only 14 hits and 16.2 innings pitched. He's got an ERA of .42, the lowest we have seen. Burrows trying to get Brogel to chase that ball. Curveball inside, 3-2.
Yeah, Brogel now fighting back in the count, sitting patient. 2 inside balls by his ankles per se, but him staying. Oof.
That's going to go off the home plate, says the home plate umpire, so it will stay a full count at 3-2. You mentioned the thing about the umpire really struggling to get up with the little leg there. I believe we have the same umpire against West Windsor Plainsboro North.
Yes, I believe we do.
3-2. Strikeout, he got him. Nasty slider there from Burrows. Brogel going down. 1 out.
Yeah, big swing and miss for Brogel. He did bounce back in the count, but couldn't get the better of it. So now Burrows with his first strikeout of the day, and Brogel going back to the dugout.
That'll bring up Aiden Crowley. Here's a fresh set. High and outside. 1-0 towards the man who's on the bump here for the Cardinals. Pitcher versus pitcher, and already here's the 1-0. Quickly come 1-1.
Yeah, a little pitcher versus pitcher action. Always good to see a friendly competition. But Crowley trying to get the best of this.
Here's the 1-1. That barely, just a little floater there. Make it 2-1 towards Crowley, who stat line this season currently leads the team in runs with 15. He's been hit by a pitch 4 times. He's only had 9 hits and 35 at-bats for an average of 257. That is going to go right to the shortstop. And it's going to quickly be a 5-3. It looked like Jack Hughes on first bobbled the ball a little bit there, but field judge is going to call him out, and it's quickly 2 away.
Yeah, Jack Hughes able to make sure he gets the ball in the mitt and get the out there. But now Cardinals with 2 quick outs on the inning now with the home run man, Robert Kelly, up to bat.
Kelly, who hit a long shot to left field in his last at-bat here for the Cardinals. Here it is. Another off-speed breaking ball in the zone, so it's going to be 0-1 towards this junior.
It seemed like the Cardinals are not having trouble, but a little off their feet right here with the off-speed pitches. They just have to bounce back and get to him, but I think they will.
Yeah, Burrows. Like we said, he's 2-1 on the year. He's only allowed 2 runs. One of them was an earn. He's only walked 1 batter. He's got 11 strikeouts coming into this game. That's going to be lined right to the shortstop. Get to Jack Hughes. It'll be 1-2-3 for the Irish this in the first inning to end the first. So we remain scoreless going into the top of the second inning. Up for the Irish when we come back. Olenchuk, Vizzoni, and Magliazzo when we return to Lawrence Cardinals baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro WRRC2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
You're listening to the Cardinals play baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC2, Trey Wright and Chris Aponte here. Still, the score remains scoreless here, 0-0. Going into the top of the second inning, leading off is going to be David Olenchalk, the left fielder for the Irish. Here's a fresh set from Crowley. That's going to be just outside the zone once again, 1-0 to start off the top of the second.
Yeah, 1-0 for Crowley against David here. David, a pretty interesting batter right here for the Irish. Ooh, and a crack to Riley Rivera, and he'll be able to get the throw to first and record the out for the Cardinals.
4-3 to start off the top of the second. That'll bring up Dom Vizzoni, who is one of 3 batters with 2 home runs for this Irish team this season.
The home run guy. A low batting average, but when he does get the bat to the ball, it does go far.
Here it is. That's going to be just in the zone right there. Good little breaking ball from Aiden Crowley. He'll go up 0-1.
Vizzoni with a batting average of .179, so 2 home runs off that. So every time he gets an opportunity, he's cranking the ball.
High-speed fastball there, just outside the zone to even up the count. 1-1 for Crowley. Talking about Dom Vizzoni, one of the many juniors, one of the many upperclassmen on this team here for the Irish. Ball in the dirt, 2-1 for Crowley. Vizzoni, once again, just trying to get his team going. Crowley just trying to get his team back in the batter's box. 1-2-3 last time for the Cardinals. Outside of the zone, 3-1 hitters count for Vizzoni.
Yeah, hitters count for Vizzoni. He's being very patient here in his box, just letting Crowley see what he could offer for him, and Vizzoni here just sitting back and a lot of balls coming in for him.
Here's a 3-1.
That's in there.
Ball, that's gonna be right in the strike zone. Vizzoni looking very surprised with that. So even up the count, 3-2.
Yeah, a little low, but I think it was just in the strike zone. So now Crowley trying to fight back.
Chopper down the third base line, gonna go foul. Driskin unable to prevent that from going to the outfield. Vizzoni showing that it's his box once again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Top of the second inning, we remain scoreless in a huge heavyweight matchup between Lawrence and Notre Dame. 3-2. Ball way over Vizzoni's head, and he will take his base.
Yeah, so now another man on base for the Irish here, first man of the inning. And now they're going to have to, the Cardinals will have to manage that with just 1 man on base in the top of the second.
So that'll bring out the shortstop, TJ Maglioso, for his inaugural at-bat of the morning. Maglioso, take a look at his stat line. 3 for 19 with an average of 158, the lowest batting average in the starting 9. So Crowley trying to take advantage of that, and he will throw a fastball right down the middle. 0-1.
Another thing about today's game is it's probably the most packed game we've had here so far this year for the Cardinals. They have fans all over the place, all over the fences, so huge game here for them today.
Here's a runner to second. Dobkin hesitated just a little bit, so Vizzoni will get his third stolen base of the year to bring him within 1 of tying Logan Eelbacher for the most all year.
Seemed like Dobkins there just bobbled the ball off the transition to trying to get the ball to his throwing hand, but it was a great throw by him. Just wasn't able to get it in on time.
Yeah, we're seeing Dobkin really struggle a little bit with that all season long, and that is allowing runners to really pick him off, especially towards second base. Here's the 1-1. That was a little bit of a weak strike there from Maglioso.
Yeah, huge swing and a miss for Maglioso. Great off-speed pitch by Crowley. Seems like Maglioso was not expecting that, so now the count is quickly 1-2.
Vizzoni in scoring position. Crowley checks back. Here it is. That's going to be a ball in the dirt. Dobkin almost let it get away from him, but he's able to corral it, so that will remain Vizzoni on second rather. Vizzoni in scoring position on second base. A hit to the outfield would send him home and open up the scoring. Here's the 1-2. Ball in the dirt once again. Crowley just trying to get Maglioso to chase it. but that'll quickly even up the count. 2-2 here with one out.
Yeah, no, the count is now 3-2.
Oh, 3-2.
Yeah, it was just 1-2, so now a full count. So Crowley just trying to make sure he could get this out and execute on this opportunity where he was already up in the count.
Crowley gets a signal from Dobkin. Checks back Vizzoni on second base. Checks back once again. 3-2. Ball in the dirt once again. That is 3 straight dirty balls. And Maglioso will take his base back-to-back walks for Aiden Crowley.
Yeah, Aiden Crowley back-to-back walks. Now men on first and second for the Irish. Like you said, a couple balls in the dirt, a couple off-speed pitches, it's not able to make it. So maybe he'll just go to a couple fastballs or something like that just to make sure his arm feels good and it's getting to where he needs it to. But not a good look at a couple balls in the dirt for him.
Yeah, you don't want to do anything too stupid or too exorbitant. All you need to do is really just, send some fastballs. He's got a wicked fastball. That's going to be popped up in the air, but it's going to be out of play in the parking lot. Nate Jones, who's playing second base. Bottom of the lineup here for the Irish here. In the top of the second inning, still scoreless, but runners on first and second, similar to what we saw in the top of the first inning. But only one out on the board here for the Cardinals.
Yeah, Cardinals trying to also turn a double play here to get out of this little jam that they're in. But they definitely can. Ooh, it's in there. Great pitch.
Good curveball there from Crowley to make it a 0-2 count.
You see Coach trying to make a little shift for the Cardinals here, trying to get the left fielder to just move in a right for Pollock to move a bit to the right. Maybe there's something he sees that the players don't.
That's going to be out of the zone there for Jones. He'll go up in the count 1-2. Nate Jones batting .368 this season. He's currently got 9 RBIs, 7 hits on the year, and 19 at-bats for that .368. He's been walked 5 times, tied for second with Jack Hughes in that department. Crowley checks his runners on the base. Here's the 1-2. Chopper, that is going to go in the outfield. Nobody can get it. Thankfully, Brogel was able to scoop that ball up to prevent runners from going home, but now ducks on a pond for the Irish. And now Marr going to come and talk to his starter a little bit, calm him down.
Yeah, it was a great hit back up the middle. We saw Riley Rivera and Robert Kelly both make a dive for the ball, not being able to get the glove on the ball, so the ball went through to the outfield. We saw prior this Brogel with a crazy arm in the infield, outfield, just launching him to the catcher. So it seemed like the Irish were aware of that and decided to stop their man at third base, as now we have Dom Vizzino on third base for the Irish. And it's a bit of a jam now. Bases loaded, 1 out. No real opportunity here for the Cardinals. Just have to make a play somewhere.
Oh, and you're back to the top of the lineup for the Irish. You got Lance Eilbacher, who struck out back in the top of the first inning already, back to the top of the lineup. So you're in a really big jam here if you're the Cardinals. Just trying to get out of this inning. You've got 1 out, just trying to turn a force-out double play. Just trying to get out and keep this game scoreless, but huge jam here for Aiden Crowley trying to get out of it.
Yeah, definitely a hard jam to be in as a freshman as well. But again, this comes with the confidence he has. So he definitely believes he can get out of this jam, and he definitely believes in his team as well behind him.
So Lance Eilbacher will take the box for the second time. Ball up high. You can definitely see the nerves from the freshman on the mound, just trying to get out of this inning, but he's in a jam, and he knows that Chase Burrows, definitely one of the best pitchers in all of New Jersey right now. Just not only in the CVC, but all of the state of New Jersey. That's going to be felled back into the cage by Eilbacher. He'll quickly even up the count 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1 now. Crowley just has to do his thing and just go to basics here with the 1-1 count, 1 out. We have the infield just playing. Seems normal here. Corners might be a tad bit in. Yeah, corners seem to be in right here, but not nothing too much for the defensive side.
Here's the 1-1, chopped up in the air, out of play once again. That'll go into the parking lot. Hopefully nobody gets hit. And it's quickly 1-2 towards the senior.
Yeah, this would be a huge out for here if he'd be able to just get the batter with the strikeout, swinging or looking, anything, just to get the batter to just get out in the box is great than getting the ball in play.
Eilbacher with the highest batting average of this team. Here it is once again. That's going to be a little blooper. Rivera unable to come down with it. Maglioso is going to get there towards home.
Wow.
But that'll be Lance Eelbacher's going to be called out, so it'll be a sacrifice RBI there for the senior. And the Irish break open the scoring 1-0.
If I may say, from my perspective, he might have looked safe at first base, but the umps are going to call that an out with the sacrifice play right there. That was just a weird bloop right behind the mound right there. No one able to get it there on second or shortstop, and able dropping, and the Irish able to get a run in.
So that'll advance everybody as Justin Prekop had it right the first time. Prekop will take his bat or box for the second time this morning. He singled back in the top of the first to ruin the no-hitter that was going at the moment. And he is going to drive one all the way to left field. Brogel going back and is unable to come down with it. 2 runs will score, and it's quickly a 3-0 game as Prekop will make it to second. He's already halfway through the cycle.
Yeah, that is a shot right there. Huge double to bring both of the runs in for the Irish. Now they have a 3-0 lead. Freshman here, seemed a bit walking with his head down, but, still has to feel good about himself with, 2 outs right here. But, definitely a heartbreaking moment for him where he just let up all the runs come in.
Yeah, and you see, we were talking about in the pregame show, hitting is the name of the game when it comes to this entire Notre Dame team in comparison to the pitching we've seen really be so stellar for this Lawrence team. And that'll bring up Brandon Bucher for his second foray. Flew out to Riley Rivera. He's going to pop one up back into the cage a little bit there. Quickly go down in the count 0-1.
Yeah, quickly 0-1. Crowley definitely just want to get out of this inning here. Not his best inning, not his best outing, and he could definitely get out of here.
Well, we saw this in the game against Pennington 2 weeks ago, as it'll be 0-2 towards Bucher. We saw this in the game against Pennington. He let a couple of runs go on early a little bit. That first run wasn't his fault. Rivera and Robert Kelly unable to really come down with that, and then it was just a bloop single there. Rivera wasn't unable to come down with, and then Giovanni Brogel tried to get it. Looked like he was going to get there for a second, but unable to come down with it. Bucher, good eye from him there, and will take a ball 1-2.
Yeah, that was a close strike right there. Bucher with just a great eye sitting in the box now. With the 1-2 count, seeing if he could stay patient in the box, and Crowley just trying to get that strikeout.
Crowley will check Prekop back on second. Here's the deal. Line drive through the gap. Prekop is going to stay at third. Bucher will get to first. So it's going to be runners on the corners for the Irish as they continue to pelt this Cardinals team. And Crowley just trying to get out of the jam here. That is 4 straight hits that he's let up.
Yeah, man on the corner for Jack Hughes now coming up to bat for the Irish. He had an out previously, if I'm correct.
He singled.
Oh, I'm
back
sorry.
in the top of the first inning. Trying to drive in some more runs here, but like you mentioned a little bit ago, it is packed here with Notre Dame just being up 206, so the battle of 206 being in favor of the Irish at the moment. Here's the fresh set. Ball going to be on. It looks like Bucher was going to try and dig for second to get 2 runners in scoring position, but Dobkin had him beat. So Bucher is going to remain at the first bag. Third bag populated by Prekop, who got the scoring going just a couple of at-bats ago. That's going to be foul tipped right back into the glove of Dobkin. So it's quickly 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1 count here. Hughes is trying to get the ball in play just to get someone, because if he's able to drive in a run, it would just extend the lead for the Irish. And the Cardinals here just trying to get out of this jam.
Yeah, already up 3-0 are the Irish. Fouled back into the dugout to make it 1-2. You're seeing this is definitely going to be an uphill battle for the Cardinals. They went down 1-2-3 back in the bottom of the first, but still plenty of time, plenty of runs to go, plenty of innings to go here. So it's only a 3-0 lead. We've seen Lawrence score runs in the double digits as that ball going to be popped up in the air. Dobkin is going to lose it. That will advance Bucher to second. Dobkin unable to find where the ball is going to be, so now it's going to be ducks on a pond once again.
Yeah, it seems there like the ball just hit the home plate and took an awkward bounce and just like went over Dobkins' head, and he wasn't able to exactly find the ball until he did. Runner on first advanced to second, but the runner on third stayed at third. So now 2 men in scoring position for the Irish.
So Jack Hughes with a base hit with a chance. He's going to chop one right down home plate. Driscoll will come up with it, and he'll get it to Kellen Moore for the 5-3. So that'll end the side going into the middle of the second inning, but the Irish doing some damage. 3 runs in that side to go up 3-0. We'll see if Lawrence can try and get on the bag here when we return to Lawrence High School Baseball. Kellen Moore, Teak Toto, and Riley Rivera up to bat. You're listening to Lawrence High School Baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC 2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Welcome back to Lawrence High School Baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC2. Trey Wright alongside Chris Aponte as the Notre Dame Irish striking thrice in that last side. 3-0 is your score here, with the Cardinals still just trying to get a man on base, but still a lot of baseball to go. Only the bottom of the second inning.
Yeah, it's only the bottom of the second inning. There's a lot of baseball, like you mentioned, to go. We're now here, Kellen Moore getting into the box for the Cardinals, so opportunities up here for the Cardinals as well to make.
Kellen Moore batting .324 so far, and he's not going to take a pitch just yet. Like was just said, .324 is the batting average for Kellen Moore. He's got 12 RBIs, 12 hits, and he's going to line one short right to the shortstop or second base, and quick little shovel pass there to Jack Hughes all the way from the second baseman of Nate Jones, and it's quickly one away once again.
Not something you see in everyday baseball, a metal bat breaking for Kellen Moore on that contact, so I guess he might need to get a new bat after that, or maybe a little return label saying the bat wasn't good, but there goes the bat for Kellen Moore.
So that bring up Teak Toto. That's going to be an off-speed pitch there from Chase Burrows that just barely made the play, but it's still going to be called a ball towards Toto, who's got the most RBIs this season, but nobody aboard just yet, so just trying to see if he can get something going. Strike just right in the zone, 1-1.
Right in the zone for Toto. He acknowledged he let that one go by, so now he might swing at the next one that's in there, and he does.
He's going to swing one. Jones will shovel pass once again to Jack Hughes, 2 away. That's 5 straight outs for the Irish. And Rivera will come up to bat. There's a win really beginning to pick up here. Rivera just trying to get a man on base, but Burrows is locked in. Got the top of this stellar rotation here for Notre Dame, one of the top teams in the state. And already, Burrows just barely just waiting for Rivera to get even in the box before dealing his first pitch. It's a 1-1, quickly evens it up at, it was an 0-1. Now it'll even up at 1-1.
Yeah, like you did say, Burrows is pretty quick in the box. Just once the bat's up, he doesn't wait for you, he goes, and that might be what catches a couple batters off key, off rhythm.
That's going to be a ball in the zone once again, so it'll be 2-1, halfway count towards Rivera. Taking a look at his stat line for the season so far. Rivera batting .440 with 11 hits and 25 at-bats, and he will rip one right to the shortstop. Jack Hughes will get it, and it's 1-2-3 once again on the 6-3. So the Cardinals still trying to find their mojo on the bases, but now Notre Dame goes back to the batter's box and trying to do some more damage. So if you're Cardinals, big shutdown inning here.
Yeah, a huge shutdown inning, and now the Cardinals are trying to bounce back, making sure the defensive is good. Crowley back on the mound, so let's see what they can do.
Up to bat for the Irish, Logan Eelbacher, David Olenchuk, and Dom Vizzoni. When we return to Lawrence High School Baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC 2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Come on, Crowley, let's go, kids. Turn, Crowley, let's go.
Come on, long game to go. Come on, left.
You're listening to the Cardinals play baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro WRRC2, and it's already Logan Eelbacher with a leadoff single to start off this one. Trey Wright alongside Chris Aponte, and the bats are very much alive for this Irish team.
Yeah, the Irish team, just first pitch of the inning. Logan there just taking advantage of the pitch he liked and swinging there, getting on base to start off the inning for the Irish. Now David Olenchalk, pardon me, going up to bat now.
Olenchalk, his last at-bat was a 4-3 to be the first out of what we hope was to be a quick second inning. That's going to be a bunt there from Olenchalk trying to advance the runner. Crowley will get it to Kellen Moore, so that it'll quickly be a 1-3 put out to put one out on the board, so it's back-to-back outs for Olenchalk, but that will advance Eelbacher to second base.
Yeah, a little game the Cardinals like to play as well, just laying bunts there. The Irish just laid a beautiful bunt, advancing their runner to second base, now in scoring position with only one out in the inning.
So they'll bring up Dom Vizzoni here with TJ Maglioso in the on-deck circle right here, the shortstop. Vizzoni, the right fielder. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in the zone, 0-1. Vizzoni, his last at-bat, he was walked by Aiden Crowley, then was able to make it all the way around to score the first run of 3 for the Irish. So he's trying to get something going once again here for Notre Dame. Ball low in the zone, 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1 count. Previously, we saw Crowley take advantage of this batter quickly, but losing the count and him getting a walk like you did just mention. So now Crowley just trying to execute on this batter here, trying to just get an out.
Crowley will check Jones back at second. Excuse me, that's Eelbacher back at the second bag. Still a 1-1 count. I believe they're going to update that to 2-1. Just a couple of moments.
2-1, just like the Knicks over the Cavs.
That's going to be foul along the third base line, so it's quickly 2-2 here towards Vizzoni. Maglioso was also walked, back-to-back walks in the bottom or the top of the second inning. Back what seems like an eternity ago. Realistically, it was only about 20 minutes ago, but that was a long inning if you're a Cardinals fan.
Yeah, a lot of Irish batters here getting another opportunity to bat. A second opportunity for Vizzoni so far, and a second opportunity for the whole bottom of the order for the Irish.
Vizzoni trying to get his team going once again. You've got Logan Eelbacher on second. So runner in scoring position trying to open things back up, and that's going to be fouled back into the cage once again. Oh, and actually that's going to miss the cage and hit the mirror of a Nissan back in there. Thankfully, it didn't go about 6 inches to the right, or else that would have been a broken driver's side window.
Yeah, thankfully, I'm not too sure. I can't really see from here if anything cracked or anything like that, but
it just hit the outside of the mirror, so maybe a little cracked plastic might bring the MSRP down a little bit if you're trying to resell it. Ball in the dirt. There goes Eelbacher for third. Mayer not really happy with his freshman pitcher.
Yeah, Mayer just a bit frustrated there. The runner got to advance. Crowd's definitely into it here. Bit of a jam here for Crowley once again. 3-2, count, 1 out in the inning. Trying to get this out here.
Just trying to get things going. That's going to be popped up high in the air, but that's going to just barely be out of play there. Dobkin unable to come down with that. I thought that was going to hit our broadcast right in the Comrex.
I was a little close. I had to just say watch out just to make sure it looked like it might come right down on us and anyone else here in this little section that we were in, but thankfully it didn't, and the ball didn't go foul.
So 3-2, full count here for Vizzoni with Maglioso in the on-deck circle. 1 out on the board. Crowley just trying to get out of it. Here's a 3-2. Line drive, just foul.
Wow. Wow, that was a shot that went foul by Vizzoni there. If that stayed fair, it definitely would have went to the fence and would have brought in that one run on third base.
3 balls, 2 strikes towards the junior of Vizzoni. Here's the pitch. Ball in the dirt. Vizzoni walked once again.
Yeah, another walk, 1 out for the Cardinals. Coach Mayer a bit frustrated, it seems like, but he's going to take a quick walk to talk to Crowley. Maybe make a change. I'm not too sure here, but definitely going out there to talk to his young freshman.
Might got to see if they're going to put Kellen Moore here.
And they are taking the ball from him, and they are going to give it to, I don't know, but Crowley getting out. Mayer talking to his other team players here. Seems like a bit of voicing to Riley Rivera here.
And it's going to be Rohan Kaista who's going to come in trying to put out the fire and just trying to get out of the jam here for the Cardinals.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
So Kaista, with 4.2 innings pitched, has only allowed 3 hits. He's got 2 strikeouts and an ERA of 0. So Mayer just bringing in his closer already in the top of the 3rd inning. You know they're desperate, just trying to relieve the bleeding, but it's trying to put like a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound.
Yeah, it's pretty hard here. They're definitely going to put the senior in here just because of more experience and just being more relaxed in this situation where a freshman is a little more tense. Aiden did do a great job for being a freshman here. Had a great first 2.5 innings until the Irish just found his number and started to do some work against him.
Yeah, we saw this 2 weeks ago in the Pennington game where Crowley also started. That was his 1 loss of the year. But like we said, that'll bring up Rohan Kaista, the closer already as he warms up with Drew Dobkin.
Coach did mention as well prior when we did talk to him that he might still bring in Kellen Moore and if he has to, Ben Pollock out to pitch. So definitely more options for the Cardinals here. But like you did say earlier too, Trey, it's just to keep the team alive here and give them another opportunity here to stay in the game.
Yeah,
with men on the corner here.
Yeah, there's still plenty of light here. You've only got 1 out on the board, even though it says that there's 0 outs. There's 1 out with the Olin Chalk 1-3. Still don't know why they haven't put it up on the board yet. But you got plenty of life, and you can dip into your rotation because, like he said, you can use Ben Pollock, you can do Robert Kelly. I think Connor Crowley, they might try and save him for the Hopewell game or for the varsity tournament next week. Ron Keister, we're seeing him. Kellen Moore. It's only Deacon Moore you can't put in. So wind has really begun to pick up here.
Yeah, the wind is definitely picking up on this side of things. 4 rocks down, but they all seem to fly away here.
Runner going. That's going to be easy little flip play there. And here's a play to the throw to the plate. He's going to be safe.
Wow.
That's going to be, they're going to call Logan Eelbacher safe at home, and Coach Mayer is absolutely livid.
Yeah, Coach Mayer is definitely frustrated there with players right there. He did make it safely to home, so now score does turn to 4-0. Seemed like Keister there had an opportunity to make a play at the plate once he saw the runner coming, but he threw to first. Kellen Moore threw back to the catcher, but just wasn't in on time.
Yeah, I think at this point, it's better to just try and prevent the runs from getting than just trying to get an out, but an out will get you closer, so it is 2 outs on the board. But Maglioso with the RBI, sacrifice RBI once again, and that's going to be lined right to Drizga for Nate Jones, and he will quickly tag Bizzoni at third. So Notre Dame strikes once again, 4-0 going in the middle of the 3rd inning. When we return to Lawrence High School baseball, it's going to be the bottom of the lineup. Deacon Moore, Dan Drizga, and Ben Pollock up to bat. When we return to Lawrence High School baseball on 107.7 The Rock Retro, WRRC2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
We're back with Lawrence High School baseball on 107.7 The Rock Retro, WRRC2. Trey Wright, Chris Aponte, and the Wind bringing you the action here this afternoon as Notre Dame playing with their food right now. 4-0 is the score. As we begin the bottom of the 3rd inning with the bottom of the lineup for the Cardinals, Deacon Moore, Dan Drizga, and Ben Pollock up to bat on deck and around the bend here, just trying to get something going on Chase Burrows as Deacon Moore lines one right to left field, and that will end the perfect game that Chase Burrows was having at the moment, and it's a man aboard first base.
That's a great start for the Cardinals. Deacon Moore just not going with the agenda that Burrows had there, swinging at the first pitch and liking the pitch he got, and ended up dropping. And Cardinals with the first man on base. You see how aggressive they'll be on the base running. So
that'll bring up Dan Drizga. That's going to be a ball. Looked like it was in the zone, but the umpire will call it a ball, so it's quickly 1-0 towards the junior of Dan Drizga, who made his return to the lineup last game against WWP North. Here's Burrows. That's going to be a chopper right to Maglioso at the shortstop, and it's going to be a quick double play here. No, Drizga is going to be called safe at first, so they'll cancel out Moore at second to get the first out. So the fielder's choice there a little bit there.
And Drizga hustling down the line, able to make it to first base on time. So he did get Deacon Moore out at second base, but now a man still on first for the Cardinals with 1 out in the inning.
So that'll bring up Ben Pollock, as looked like Bucher was going to throw there to Jack Hughes. He did throw to first base, but Drizga able to get back on the bag in time. So Ben Pollock up in the box for the first time today. Pollock, the senior, batting .208 on the year. Here's a pitch, ground ball right to Maglioso. Once again, throw at the bag is going to be in time. And it's quickly 2 outs. We'll bring up Giovanni Brogel.
Yeah, 2 outs quickly for the Irish. Now a man in scoring position for the Cardinals. And now they're heading back to the top of the lineup. So Giovanni Brogel here just trying to do some damage and see if he can bring a run in for the Cardinals.
And like we said, the wind really picking up now. But Giovanni Brogel, his last at-bat was struck out in a 3-2. Here's the pitch from Burrows. Little bit of a looping breaking ball there, just in the zone. Brogel wanted to take a hack at that all the way to New York, but it'll quickly go down on the count, 0-1. Here's the pitch. Brogel lines that. That's going to be off of the third baseman's glove. Here comes Deacon Moore for the run, but he's going to be called out at third base. Excuse me, though, there was Dan Drizga being called out. So the Cardinals, a little bit of a base running miscommunication there. Drizga called out trying to go for third. Giovanni Brogel looks a little frustrated with his runner, his teammate as well. But same silly mistakes out of this. They're really showing their inexperience here.
Yeah, I was going to say it just might be the youngness of this team, the inexperience, but in my eyes, it'll benefit them for the better moving on, but they still have a game to play here. They still have a chance to come back. It's only the top of the fourth, so see what the Cardinals could do here.
But when we return to the field, we're going to have the back of the top of the lineup here for the Irish. Lance Eelbacher, Justin Precomp, and Brendan Bucher up to bat here when we return to Lawrence High School Baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Welcome back to Lawrence High School Baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC2. Trey Wright alongside Chris Aponte, and the Cardinals still trying to find their mojo, down 4 runs to the Notre Dame Irish. And what was going to be slated to be a heavyweight battle, but it has been all Notre Dame in this one so far.
Yeah, so far today it has been all Notre Dame here, but the Cardinals still trying to fight back. They're still not losing hope. You see a couple teammates telling other teammates to stay in this game. We have parents and fans for the Cardinals side telling them to keep their head in the game. So definitely more to play here for the Cardinals.
So it's the top of the lineup leading off once again here for the Irish. Lance Eelbacher 0 for 2 on the day so far. That's going to chop one down the third base line, go foul, and it's quickly 0-1.
Another thing too you could see here on the field is the experience difference between a couple of the Cardinals versus the Irish here. You could see some players here looking a bit older, and what a throw there by Drizga.
Drizga, like we mentioned in the coaches show, with that huge arm at third base, such a utility at that position 5 slot, and it's quickly a 5-3 put out to start the side.
Yeah, it's a quick start for the Cardinals. Just a grounder to Drizga, and like I just said, a shot, a beautiful arm there to Kellen Moore to record the first out of the inning. But like I was saying previously, you could tell sort of the difference here of how the Irish does have an older team versus the Cardinals, but Cardinals are still in here to play, so it's not affecting them.
I tell you, this Cardinals team is going to be dangerous in about 3-4 years as Kaista will throw a nasty slider right through the zone. 0-1 for Justin Prekop. But I do want to say this, in the last 3 innings, as we're now in the 4th inning, the last 3 innings, the first batter, with the exception of the 3rd inning where it's the Logan Eelbacher leadoff single, the first out was always in the first batter. So it was a leadoff out here for the Irish. Let's see if the Cardinals can try and get some mojo going. Like we mentioned off the air, big shutdown inning. Here's the 1-1. Line sky high, going to be out of play.
Pound it, big boy. Use them legs.
And now the Cardinals up in this count 1-2. Now just trying to work as we do have Kaista up on the mound here trying to, finish it off. Usually coming in at the end of the games, like you did say, he is a closer for this team, but having to take his job a bit earlier here in this game.
That's it, bro.
That's going to be fouled off into the cage once again, so the count remains 1-2. Cardinals just trying to shut down this Irish team, this powerhouse hitting team. It reminds me of the Houston Astros back in 2017, 2019. They really were built for the long ball, built for hitting, just cranking that baseball all the way to the warning track. Here's the 1-2. That's going to go off the hump. It's going to be brought down by Kelly. He'll get it to Moore. 6-3 for the second out.
Yeah, right there. Kaiser looking good on the mound now. 2 outs and quickly, 2 quick outs in the inning now. So the Cardinals is trying to get out of this and see if they could put some offense to the ball.
That will bring up Brendan Bucher, who's 1 for 2 today. Had a single back in the 2nd inning in that rally. And is trying to keep his team back in the win column. Good pitch inside for Rohan Kaista. And he's definitely one of the best pitchers on this team. He's only closed out in games, but when he closes out, he is hot.
Yeah, he gets exactly where he needs to. We see the Irish here having a bit of a trouble just to get to the ball exactly where it's coming. So now he's up in the count quickly, 0-2 with 2 outs. So trying to put this team to the side here in the top of the 4th.
Trying to go 1, 2, 3 on the Irish as Kaista trying to serve back a little bit of their own medicine. Here's the 0-2. Ball up and away, trying to get Bucher to chase, but Bucher has just got so great baseball knowledge when it comes to that. He is not falling for any of these tricks.
Yeah, Bucher being a catcher himself, he's just sitting there, probably thinking about what pitches is coming as well. So that's what he does right there.
Popped up in the air. Kellen Moore is going to call it, and he's going to come down with it. Easy 1, 2, 3 side for the Cardinals, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered. Next up, when we return, up to bat are going to be Crowley, Kelly, and Kellen Moore when we return to LHS Baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro WRRC2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
You're listening to the Cardinals Play Baseball here on 107.7 The Bronx Retro WRRC2. Trey Wright alongside Chris Aponte. So we're halfway through this contest here from LHS. Score is currently 4-0 going into the bottom of the 4th inning. Cardinals is trying to get something going, and it's going to be Rohan Kaista coming in for Aiden Crowley, leading off here for the Cardinals.
Yeah, first time Rohan didn't get a chance to bat this game as he's, I guess, a substitution, if you would say, for Crowley as he came into pitch. So now Rohan seeing if he can get on base. Burrow's still on the mound, and he's been dishing, looking pretty good so far for the Irish. So see which pitcher here could get the better of one another.
Now, I'm surprised they're not going to keep Aiden Crowley in the lineup. Burrows with a great pitch there. That fastball is easily on the 100-mile-an-hour mark. But I'm surprised that you don't keep Crowley in just as a little pinch hitter, as Kaisa's going to line one. That is not going to get through the gap. Easy 4-3 put out to start the side.
Yeah, quick start there for the Irish. Rohan there, just a quick ground out to second base, and now Robert Kelly's up to bat, and man, is he trying to get another home run, or what do you think he's thinking right now?
Just trying to get on base. You got to go the money ball strategy. You just got to get on base. Yeah, it would be great to get a home run, but you don't want to crank one all the way to the warning track just for it to be an F7.
That is true. That definitely is true. The Cardinals just need to get people on base here and just get runs and drive runs and steal bases. We saw a lot lot of base stealing in the previous game.
That ball is going to take a weird hop off of the home plate and quickly be a 1-1 count for Kelly, whose last at-bat, which seems like an eternity ago, back in the bottom of the 4th inning, was a 6-3 put-out to end the side.
Great pitch.
1-2 there for the junior.
Let's go, Robert! Yo, that was funny.
Kellen Moore in the on-deck circle right now. Burrows kicks and deals. That's going to be cranked by Kelly, but it's going to go right to Maglioso. Here's the throw to the first, and it's going to be another 6-3. This infield is lethal for this Notre Dame team. They are not letting anything get past them.
Yeah, they're just very fundamentally sound on the defensive side and not letting anything go past them. Every throw is on time and on point. And now the cleanup hitter, Kellen Moore, up to bat for the Cardinals. And, man, like you just said, they are just trying to get on base.
Kellen Moore will rip one. That is going to go to the third baseman, so it's going to be 1-2-3 once again. And the Cardinals currently only registering one hit in this one. The Deacon Moore leadoff single back in the bottom of the 3rd inning, but they are 1-2-3'd again by the Irish. So a quick game here as we're at the noon mark here. It is a noon time as we're halfway through this game. We'll go to the 5th inning with up to bat going to be Jack Hughes, Logan Eelbacher, and David Olenchalk when we return to LHS Baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
We're back with Lawrence Cardinals Baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC2. Trey Wright and Chris Aponte calling today's duel between the Cardinals and the Notre Dame Irish. Notre Dame up 4-0 as we go to the top of the 5th inning with Jack Hughes leading off for the Irish. And we need to get some runs going at some point, Chris.
Yeah, Jack Hughes is up, and yes, the Cardinals do need to get some runs in, some hits in the board, but for now, it's worrying about their defensive side because they are pitching and defensive mode is activated. And wow, what a shot!
Yeah, and that's gonna just get through the glove of Rivera, so that'll be a leadoff single for Jack Hughes, and Rivera very frustrated with himself as the ball just getting past the webbing of his glove.
Yeah, it seemed like Rivera was in the right spot. Ball was right to him. It was a hot shot by Jack Hughes, and it got right past Rivera, staring at his glove, the regular little, what's wrong with my glove? But, every player's been there before, and now one man on base for the Irish.
Well, regardless, whatever it is, it's going to be scored as an E4 for Rivera. That'll bring up Logan Eelbacher, who's 1 for 2 on the day. Got a single. He's got 1 run scored. Trying to keep the runs going as Kaiser will throw back to Kellen Moore at the first base. But Jack Hughes is going to be safe there. I have to tell you, Jack Hughes today has done more than the actual Jack Hughes, that Devils player, in the Stanley Cup playoffs. That's going to be a moonshot.
That might be out of here.
Towards Giovanni Broglie. It's going to go off of his glove. They'll score that as an E8 as Broglie unable to come down with it. So it's back-to-back errors for this team. And you mentioned in the pregame show, not too many errors from this Cardinals team, but we are seeing 2 straight errors from this team.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if it was if he wasn't able to track the ball down or anything like that. I mean, it was a shot, don't get me wrong, but Broglie's not able to get behind the ball, and he did make a leap for it, but it just wasn't enough, and it seemed like the ball did. I'm not too sure if it touched his mitt from all the way over here. I don't have great eyesight, and I don't have my glasses on either.
So that'll be runners on 2nd and 3rd. You got it, like the wind definitely factoring into that, as that's going to be ripped.
Ooh.
Great grab for Robert Kelly. He will get it to 3rd. He'll get it to first base. So that'll record 1 out on the board, but Hughes will score to make it 5-0. And just seeing a lot of the same mistakes we were seeing last year from this team.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the same mistakes, I guess you would say, but definitely I would say a lot more hopeful with this team as well, just because their age and the difference and how they're playing as well. A couple little slight mistakes, but nothing they can you need a game like this for especially a young team, for them to have a deep push in playoff time. You need a game like this so you could remember, oh, we played bad. Now we can't play like this again.
Yeah, you gotta play. You gotta have adversity. Everything just can't be going, prancing through the roses, and then you can't handle adversity. That's gonna be hit high in the air by Vizzoni. Paula going back. Oh, and it's gonna be dropped again by Brogel.
Oh, Brogel frustrated right there. Seemed like the ball just went right through the mid in that instance into triple.
It's a triple there for Vizzoni. His first hit of the day, 6-0. 3 errors in this inning alone. Holy.
I mean, it was a super high moonshot ball. Like, that went straight up in the air to Brogel, but Brogel did get in the right spot as well. He was there, and the ball just didn't fall in his mitt.
So now it's 6-zip, and time is running out for Lawrence. And that will bring up TJ Maglioso, who's 0 for 2 today, trying to keep the rally going for the Irish. Here's the pitch from Kaista, high and away, 1-0.
Yeah, Kaisa dishing out as well. He's doing a pretty well job here. Pitching, just the fielding, the defensive fielding right now for the Cardinals is a struggle here. Robert Kelly did have a great, huge diving play to get the first out of the inning, but it's not going to be enough here for the Cardinals so far.
That's going to be another ball to make it 2-0. I thought that was a little in the zone for my liking, but I'll keep it at a 2-0 count. And now, I mean, Kaisa's not doing anything wrong. It's just the fielding. Has 3 errors in this side alone. 6-0 as now there's a strike from Rohan. But now it's 6-0. You've got to get something going. You've only got 2 more shots. Actually, you got 3 more chances of getting this, but we've seen Chase Burrows dominating this game.
Yeah, he has been definitely dominating this game on the mound as well. And it's hard to see, especially as a Cardinals fan right now, how much the team seems to be struggling here. The young team is struggling, and how much they've played throughout, how well they played throughout the season. But the infield is in as well for the Cardinals, so they're definitely trying to make a play at the plate if they can.
Yeah, Maglioso's last at bat was a sacrifice 1-3, trying to get the same thing again, and that was way outside. But here, I'm just gonna call that a ball or a strike. So now it's going to even up at 3-2.
Yeah, TJ right there throwing the bat, and everything started jogging down to the first base line, but the ump had different ideas there, calling a strike. So full count now for TJ.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Rohan Kaista trying to get out of the jam. Here's the deal to the plate. That's going to be ripped right over Rivera's head. 7-zip as it's touchdown Notre Dame. And now Jim Mayer probably going to come in. You got to put Kellen Moore at this point. You've got to put in Kellen Moore. Kaista just throwing lollipops at this point.
Yeah, I think he might keep him in, though, if I must say. I mean, I don't disagree with you. Kaista has been not throwing, I guess, is the most heat, but keeping the ball in play for the Cardinals. Like you said, 3 errors earlier in this inning as well, so it's definitely not easy. Who's Jim? I'm not too sure who Jim Mayer exactly is talking to.
One of the players giving him lip, potentially, from this Irish team. They're a cocky bunch, but hey, they're up by a touchdown, 7-0.
Yeah.
But like we said, you've got to have games like this to establish adversity. You've got to, be able to work through tough games like this. Yeah, we expected this to be a lot closer of a matchup, but you're at the bottom of your rotation. You go, maybe one game in the future you put in Kellen Moore, but overall, just a rough game here, especially in front of a huge crowd.
Yeah, definitely in front of a huge crowd. I just wanted to overhear what Jim Mayer was saying to the mayor. To the umpire, and it seemed like he said it was his job. So maybe a couple of words that shouldn't have been said going out to Rohan on the mound, but definitely coach there just to calm his nerves down and just get him head back in the game and to keep dishing out like he was previously.
So that'll bring in Nate Jones for his 3rd at bat of the game. He's 1 for 2 with a single back in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Jones trying to keep the rally going. 7-0 in case you were just tuning in. Notre Dame having all of just completely controlling this game when it comes to the hitting, and they are hitting everything in sight. Pitching wise, it's been just a complete fielder's game You've got Chase Burrows has only got one strikeout in this game so far.
Yeah, but they've been fielding very well so far.
You got 6-3, 6-3, 4-3, 4-3, 6-3, 6-3, 5-3, all the thing. Dobkin throwing for the base. That's going to be off of Rivera's glove, so it's going to be a stolen base there for Maglioso, and the mistakes keep on coming.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest throw as well, but didn't scoop it up. Rivera didn't scoop it up either, so now the Cardinals are in a bit of a jam. 1 out, man on second in scoring position. Rohan just trying to get out of this inning where he's been doing as much as he can, but
there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
That's going to be lined by Nate Jones. It'll get to Robert Kelly. Kelly fire towards Kellen Moore. So that'll advance Ehlenbacher. There's going to be Magliazzo to third base. We'll get the second out. And that is great. You just need to get the outs at this point. You just need to get out of the side. Try to get something going. You still got 3 innings to go here.
Yeah, there's still time for the Cardinals. They still got, like you said, 3 more chances at least 9 batters up for them. So work can be done. They just need to get out of this inning and need to get back on the offensive side of things.
Yeah, going to go through the order once again, and that's going to be bloops butt by Lance Ehlenbacher. That's going to be just trickling foul. Ehlenbacher 0 for 3 in his going to his 4th at bat. He'll go down 0-1.
Yeah, Pollock not able to track that ball down as well as it did go foul. But now the count is 0-1. Rohan has the advantage of this batter count right now, so let's see if he can keep it that way, and hopefully he can.
Here's the 0-1. That's going to be blooped up in the air. That's going to be a line drive towards Teak Toto. He's going to call it. He's going to see it. He will catch it. So the Cardinals surrender 3 more runs in this one. It is 7-0. They have got to get something going in this next inning, Chris.
Yeah, they need to get the bats cranking. They need to get the bats going. It's their only hope here for them. And I mean, yeah, they need to get points on the board. That's what they need right now, and we have to see if they can do it.
Toto, Rivera, and Deacon Moore up to bat when we return to Lawrence High School Baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Welcome back to Lawrence High School Baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC2. Trey Wright and Chris Aponte as the Cardinals down by a touchdown. That'd be great to see. That would be, really close if it was football season, but unfortunately, it is baseball's Notre Dame leading 7-0 with Teak Toto stepping in the batter's box for his second foray this afternoon.
Yeah, Teak Toto, the sophomore, out to bat again. He did record the last out of the previous inning for the Cardinals, so now he's looking to get on base for the Cardinals as well.
Toto will take a strike down the gut, so it's even up in 1-1. His last at bat was a 4-3 putout back in the second inning. Here's Burrows on the 1-1.
Leave it.
Little floater in the zone, so it'll be 1-2.
1-2 right now. Toto just looking to protect the plate and anything he can do, anything that's coming his way. And he hits a hard hit ball, but right to the shortstop for a 6-3 out. Good contact made on the ball by Toto, just directly to the shortstop and just not in his favor.
Same song, second verse. That Magliazzo to Hughes connection has been lethal today. Think about just the amount of 6-3s we've seen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the 6-3 put out we've seen in this game. Again, like we mentioned back in the last segment, Chase Burrows only has 1 strikeout. So you need the Cardinals to really just start hitting these balls, trying to get it out of the infield. But we're just seeing stellar infielding as Riley Rivera will quickly go down 1-1 on the count.
Yeah, 1-1 for Riley Rivera, but yeah, great infielding for the Irish here. Like you said, only 1 strikeout is pretty crazy to think about how many batters have been on base for the Cardinals, but it's just been great fielding. Everything that's coming on the ground, anything that's in the air is just getting taken care of.
And that's going to be ripped right to Magliozzo. Quick F6. Magliozzo touching all the balls here this afternoon. And now that'll bring up Deacon Moore.
Yeah, everything coming to TJ right now, just made the previous play, not getting a liner as well. So the man who actually got a hit throughout this game, Deacon Moore, is back up to bat, seeing if he get back to it.
Here's the throw to the plate. That's going to be a strike down the middle. like you mentioned, just a little bit of a single, the only hit that the Cardinals have got in this game so far.
Yeah, the only hit so far in this game, and he is going to do it again. Wow. He's a freshman, man. He's a freshman just doing this.
The only freshman, the only player that has not really made a mistake right now, and he is DHing, so he doesn't really have to make a mistake. So Deacon Moore, 2 for 2 so far today. That'll bring up Dan Drizga trying to get something going here with 2 outs.
Yeah, Deacon Moore back on the base. Dan Drizga up to bat again as well. You know, just looking to get the ball in play. Drizga right before having, I believe it was a 6-3 out, but
it was a fielder's choice.
Yes, it was. As Moore was out at second, and Drizga made it to first safely. And that off-speed pitch by Burrow is just nasty, man. It's just nasty.
Yeah, we see like that. Luke Foley, another one of the stellar pitchers on this team. You see a lot of off-speed pitches. That's going to be fouled there by Drizga to even up the count 1-1. Actually, he's going to go down 0-2.
Yeah, Drizga down 0-2 quickly. He did stay back on that off-speed pitch, but just not even stay back long enough and did get swung a little too early.
So they'll bat around once again in the lineup as Drizga will foul that down the third base line. Like we said, TJ Maglioso, he has been, like we said, that fielder's choice was off of the 6-3, so that was another 6-3 there for TJ Maglioso. Actually, that was the 6-4 was the fielder's choice, and Drizga gonna strike out there. We got the swing and strike, but it was unable to be held there by the catcher of Buicker. Quickly, we'll do the 2-3 put out to end the sides. The Cardinals stranding Deacon Moore on base once again, down 7-0, going into the top of the 6th. Another big shutdown inning that you need to have here. And it looks like Kellen Moore will be on the bump. We'll return to Lawrence High School Baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro WRRC2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
We're back with Lawrence Baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro WRRC2. Trey Wright alongside Chris Aponte. Going into the top of the 6th inning, Cardinals down 7-0, and it's not going to be Kellen Moore on the bag. It's going to be Connor Crowley coming in trying to close out this game. Looks like Mara will save his ace for the game against Hamilton West on Tuesday, which will be our next broadcast, Chris.
Yeah, it's definitely an idea there. I was just mentioning to you off the air that about would you put Kellen Moore in this situation, and we both came to a conclusion that it might not be the best idea right now. Have your save your ace for another day. As the score is 0-7 in the top of the 6th inning, but nonetheless, Connor Crowley is a great pitcher. He is leading the team with the most strikeouts on this team so far. 16.1 innings and a 2.61 ERA. So Crowley's still a great pitcher for the Cardinals, and he's looking just to close out this game or just get out of this side, and an opportunity for the Cardinals just to crank the bats.
He'll pitch the next 2 innings, I assume. But it's going to be Precop, Bucher, and Hughes up to bat for the Irish, and that's going to be a line drive over to Ben Paul again. It's going to be a diving catch there from Giovanni Brogel. He slid into the ball's DMs perfectly, and he'll record the first out. What a sliding FA there from Giovanni Brogel.
Yeah, Giovanni Brogel definitely feels good about that, but he's probably still frustrated off the mistakes he made previously. So trying to just redeem himself there, and he does. So hopefully he has a smile on his face, but not too sure because I understand how hard-headed players could be sometimes when they make a mistake.
Bucher takes an inside ball called strike, will go down 0-1 in the count. Crowley just trying to do a big shutdown inning here for the Cardinals. That's going to be fouled back to make it 0-2. Bucher, his last 3 at-bats, he's 1 for 3 on the day with an F3 and an F4 on the day so far here for the catcher, who's got 2 home runs and is one of this team's best hitters. That's going to be a swing and strike from Bucher, but it's going to go back to the back of the cage.
Yeah, it seemed like that one went foul, did tip it because Bucher might have been able to run to first there, but now he's staying in the batter's box. 0-2, 1 out. Crowley looking good so far on the mound.
Like I said, Crowley 32 strikeouts on the year. That is an insane number. He could realistically get to 50, but here's the 0-2 for Bucher. High ball just outside, 1-0.
Yeah, the sophomore on the mound today. Just looks good looking, competing against upperclassmen here, and he just looks good as a sophomore. It doesn't seem to faze him.
Here's a deal from Crowley.
Oh,
That looked like he was in the zone there, but it's going to be called ball to even up the count. 2-2. Connor Crowley trying to get his third strikeout, or his first strikeout of the day. And Jim Mayer having a little bit of a chin wag with the home plate umpire.
yeah,
Not too happy with any of the calls here.
yeah, just a bit frustrated about it, and he's definitely the voice of his team, so not afraid.
Bucher with a piss missile, and that ball is going to be out of here. It's going to be, they're going to call that a ground rule double.
No,
they are going to call that a home run.
The ump at the home plate.
That was a ground rule double. That bounced off. That was...
Oh wait, I'm confused. So we have Giovanni Brogo in center field with his two hands up, saying the ball bounced over the fence.
That ball 100% bounced. That was not a home run. That's a ground rule double. I don't know what this umpire is looking at right now.
I don't know if he's doing this because Coach Mayer's been rattling to him all game, but that's not fair. That shouldn't what happened. That ball. Like,
You're already
bounced.
down. I mean, yeah, it's the 2-point conversion, but that is an absolutely garbage call there.
Yeah, terrible call there by the ump. It seems like they're discussing it right now. I think they're going to put him. Wow, they're still giving.
They are going to call that a home run. That's terrible. That is absolute garbage. I mean, pardon my French, but what the hell are you doing?
Yeah,
you're already down. You're already up 8 runs. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. Jim right now voicing his feelings out to the ump right now because the ball. I mean, even behind there, that's grass, so the ball wouldn't even bounce that high to begin with. So I'm trying to say they're dumb, but I don't. This is it's ridiculous right now to think
ridiculous
about.
call.
To think about that, he really called it that.
That is just rude at this point. It wasn't even close.
It was. I mean,
it bounced it was an absolute moonshot from Bucher. I'll give him that. That was an absolute rip. I'll give him that. But that was not a home run.
Yeah, it was.
That was absolutely not a home run. I can't believe this call. I am beyond frustrated with this umpire right now. Garbage calls all day. Let's just get through this inning. Jack Hughes is going to take a swing and strike.
Yeah, Crowley
unbelievable.
Crowley definitely frustrated as well. I'm surprised that even happened. Like, wow, you don't really see that much, especially where Brogo just immediately put his two hands up, signifying the ball went like it was a ground rule double. Oof.
Hughes is going to foul one back into the parking lot. Thankfully, nobody's. Oh! And just as I said that, I believe that cracked the windshield of the Mustang there.
No way.
That definitely hit the Mustang, the cherry red 2015 Mustang in the parking lot.
Can't see it from my angle, but that's not a good thing for a Mustang.
Here's the 0-2.
Hope he has full coverage.
And that's going to be a strikeout looking for Jack Hughes, so Crowley will get one back.
Got a pitch, right?
So that'll be Crowley's 33rd, team-leading 33rd strikeout of the year. 2 outs on the board, and that'll bring up Logan Eelbacher, who's 1 for 3 rather, in his foray today. Swing and strike there from the other Eelbacher twin.
Yeah, Eelbacher up to bat here, 2 outs. Crowley's dishing up, looking good, except for the ground rule double home run, whatever you want to call it. It's a ground rule double. Yeah, not a home run, but except for that big shot that was taken, he's looking really good on the mound. Another foul ball there.
They're just swinging and everything, and they can. Like, the power of this team. Like I said, they're able to crank this all the way to the outfield.
Yeah, that's far. That's at least 400.
That was again. Brandon Bucher had an absolute mammoth of a shot there, but that's going to be back-to-back strikeouts looking. So the Cardinals will give up another run as we go into the middle of the 6th inning. 8-0 is your score. You're just trying to get a run here at this point.
Yeah, you're trying to get a run right now, just trying to get something on the board so you don't get shut out here. But Cardinals just giving up that run is definitely heartbreaking, knowing that the ump really called it that way. It's just
nuts and bolts.
Mind-blowing.
We got absolutely screwed on that.
Yeah, it's definitely mind-blowing, but the Cardinals definitely have to try to get 1 point up on the board.
So up to bat, Pollock, Brogel, and Kaista when we return to Lawrence Cardinals baseball here on 107.7 The Bronx Retro WRRC2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
We're back with Lawrence Cardinals baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro. 6-3 put out for Kellen Moore, Ben Pollock. So business as usual so far, 1 out away.
Yeah, quick start for the Irish. Pollock liked the pitch. First pitch he saw, took a crack at it again, going right to the shortstop, TJ. And like you said, TJ's been definitely getting, I mean, these high school players obviously aren't getting paid. He's getting his full paycheck today as he's getting a bunch of ground balls right towards him.
Yeah, it would be nice if these high schoolers were paid. But Gio Brogel in the batter's box for the 3rd time today. He's 0 for 2.
Imagine a 14-year-old getting paid for playing baseball.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Trying to find on the stat line where Brogel's last at bat. Whoa, what transpired there? But Brogel takes a strike there, so it's quickly 2-1 towards the senior.
2-1 for him. 3-1 now with a low ball. So Burrow right now just I guess just off key right now, off point, and Brogel just sitting down. I guess a bit frustrated as well, but
he's definitely frustrated. He's going to foul one back into the cage, and he knows. You know, it would be perfect if he'd ripped one to center field, or he just ripped a home run in general. You know, he's been wanting one for a while. He's a senior. He does not have a home run in his collegiate career. That's going to be a swing and strike. He's going to rip that one. That's going to go foul. Umpire's going to call that foul. And Brogel quickly even 2-2.
Yeah, ball going foul there. And bro, I mean, he probably would have made it down the line if he did, if he stayed fair. But that ball took a really weird curve, and it would go foul. But yeah, Brogel definitely not the happiest of players, as he did see that ground rule double get called as a home run. You know, dropped a fly ball out there previously, so not his best game either. But definitely trying to bounce back in the batter's box.
He's going to foul that in the parking lot. Hopefully the Mustang does not get hit once again. But Brogel playing with a lot of frustration here, and it's going to be Connor Crowley coming in place of Rohan Kaista. That's going to be lined right to Vizio. He'll get it to Jack Hughes. 5-3, same song, about the 8th or 9th verse at this time. Vizzoni, excuse me.
Yeah, Dom right there, Dom Vizzoni just getting the ball right to the first baseman, just quick, sharp, made a little dive as well, I guess, but getting the out, recorded, and now Crowley up to bat for the first time tonight.
Crowley with a missile, shallow center field, and that's going to be brought down. A beautiful shoestring catch there by Logan Eelbacher. 1, 2, 3 going into the 7th inning. And it looks time is running out for Lawrence, just trying to get a run.
Yeah, they're trying to get a run in. Notre Dame looks super good, super motivated, super confident right now. So they're looking to close out with their last at-bat here, and the Cardinals are definitely trying to just make sure no runs get put on the board, but Notre Dame does look good.
Olenchalk, Vizzoni, and Magliazzo will be your final at-bats here when we return to play here with Lawrence down 8-0 against Notre Dame here on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRC2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
We're back with Lawrence Cardinals baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro, WRRC2. Trey Wright, Chris Aponte, the wind, and a very poor call back in the top of the 6th inning there.
Yeah.
To bring us to arguably the toughest game we've seen this season so far from the Lawrence Cardinals, down 8-0 to their crosstown rivals, the Notre Dame Irish. Notre Dame, overall, just their most complete game of the year, but you need a game like this to establish some adversity and see if you can come back from it, Chris.
Yeah, this is a huge game for the Cardinals and how they'll bounce back from this after, you know, they've been on fire this year. Their one loss, it was a good game. So gonna lose a game like this is gonna be hard for the Cardinals, but for a young team, it might be everything they need if they can take a big bounce back from this.
Nick DePalma pinch hitting here in place of David Olenchalk. Palma's 21 at bats. He's batting even 3-3-3 with 7 hits at 21 at bats. He's got walked 5 times. Is tied in that category with Nate Jones. Here's the 0-2 strikeout. He got him. So that's another strikeout for Connor Crowley, 3 in a row. And he'll bring up. Looks like Dom Vizzoni is going to stay in his position where he is.
Yeah, Crowley right there just he kept saying no to Dobkins up at the catcher, just waiting for the signal and the pitch he wanted. He got it and got the man swinging right there. Great
Dom
pitch.
Bizzoni take a breaking ball down the gut for go down 0-1. Stat line: 2 walks and a triple back in the 5th inning. High ball outside. You can see Connor Crowley's hat just continues to fly off every time he dishes the ball to the plate.
I'm not too sure. He has a lot of hair too. I don't know why the hat keeps falling off.
Just like with the gusto he's throwing with, and that's going to be popped up in the air. Someone's got a call, and it looks like it's going to be fair. Dobkin unable to come down with it.
Yeah, it's a hard play for the catcher to make there in the position he's in. So difficult call there. I was surprised no one else came in to make the play for him. But the out is the error is recorded and the man is on first for the Irish.
Yeah, that's going to be an E2 there for Dobkin. I don't know why Dobkin's trying to go for that. I'd say Dan Drizga, because with Dobkin, you got the gear on, you got to throw the mask off. Drizga's just got to run up there and then just make the easy pop out. But they're going to score an E2 for Vizzoni, so he's been on base all 4 times. That'll bring up Maglioso for his 4th foray in the box. Maglioso takes one down the middle to go down 0-1 in the count.
Maglioso has had a lot of action at shortstop today as he recorded a bunch of 6-3s, a bunch of double plays, and a bunch of plays at shortstop for him today.
And Dobkin unable to come down with that. Got to think, who's your, you got Connor Williver, who's your backup catcher, but they're both freshmen. I'm surprised they don't have a senior catcher. I mean, remember last season they had Tyler Van Heist, a catcher. He was a senior. Very crucial for the wins that they did get last year, but he graduated. I'm surprised he didn't have anybody, upperclassmen, in the pipe at that 2 position.
Yeah, it is surprising. It might be maybe Dobkins just beat out his competition, and maybe there was someone better. Dobkins might be the best player there is, and don't get me wrong, he's a stellar catcher.
And right there, just pump fake, unable to get it to second, so that's going to be Vizzoni who steals second base. Put another Irish player in scoring position.
Yeah, that might just be the inexperience by him. Maybe in when he used to play against a lot of people his age, a lot of players didn't really take off, and if they did, he had more time to throw, and now these players are a bit faster at this division. Ooh, great pitch right there.
That was a great strikeout looking there for Connor Crowley, his 4th K of the afternoon. So Maglioso will go down for the 2nd out, and that'll bring up Nate Jones.
Yeah, Nate Jones now up to bat for the Irish. Crowley just increasing his strikeouts right now. Like I said, 4, so that now moves them up to 36 on the year, which is just a crazy number to have so far so early in the season.
Jones will foul that back in towards the service building, almost hits a Honda in the parking lot. Plenty of people here. Just seeing, I wouldn't really call it a slaughter fest. It's just been the role reversal of this game. Notre Dame taking advantage of a lot of mistakes here by the Cardinals. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be a great ball in the zone, so it's quickly 0-2 towards Jones. But we're just seeing it's an error-riddled game here. You see, especially that 5th inning, 3 errors in that. You've got the E2 from Dobkin just a little bit ago.
Yes, a bunch of mistakes here. Usually we see the game go reverse where the Cardinals could take advantage of mistakes, but now we see things go the other way. And that ball getting called foul right there. Drizga almost made a play on it.
Drizga was going to make a play off of it. It looked fair, but the home plate umpire going to call it foul. Coach Mayer looking very frustrated with his umpire. Called a clear ground rule double, a home run, even after reviewing it with the field judge. So a little bit of frustration with this umpiring crew here today. Here's the 0-2 from Jones as Crowley looking back towards Rivera. That's going to be fly ball towards Ben Pollock. He's going to go back and call it, and he will bring it down. So a quick work for the Cardinals, but they've got to get 8 runs in this bottom of the 7th inning if they want any chance of bringing back this game. But right now it's a shutout for Chase Burrows looking to see if he can bring it out the shutout. But next up to bat, it's going to be Kelly, Kellen Moore, and Teak Toto when we return for the bottom of the 7th inning here for Lawrence High School Baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro WRRC2.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
We're back with Lawrence Cardinals Baseball on 107.7 The Bronx Retro WRRC2. Trey Wright and Chris Aponte calling the game here. Cardinals down 8-0 going into bottom of the 7th inning. They need 8 runs in order to stay alive. Robert Kelly leading off. He's going to take 2 balls down low to quickly go up in the count 2-0.
Yeah, Robert Kelly 2-0 up on the count. Now they definitely need a quick start just to get people on the base for him, and I think that will start the team off with.
That ball is gonna roll back to second, all the way to the warning track. So Kelly with the leadoff double, trying to get things going here for the Cardinals. Just trying to get a run. At this point, you just want to get a run going.
Yeah, stand-up double for Kelly right now. You're starting off exactly what you need to get. Just simply get a man on base. Now they got the catcher, Drew Dobkins, up to bat. His first at bat is the game for today's game, as he has been he's had a designated hitter all game so far. So now Dobkins up to bat and seeing if he just get on base.
Dobkin was able to get on base in his one at bat last on Tuesday against West Windsor Plainsboro North. He'll take a swing and strike there to go down on the count 0-1. Teak Toto in the on-deck circle, seeing if he can potentially break the shutout. That's another swing and strike from Dobkin.
Dobkins just a bit behind on that fastball right there. So Burrow just throwing his heat out, and Dobkins not able to catch up.
Here's the 0-2. Strike 3 straight swinging strikes for Dobkin. That's 1 away, 2 to go here, and that'll bring up Teak Toto.
Yeah, Teak Toto now up to bat. The sophomore, he had a good line, a good hit to the shortstop. It wasn't 6-3, but he made good contact on the bat. So now he's looking to drive in the runner, Robert Kelly, at second base.
Oh, wow. Breaking ball there from Chase Burrows. Knows that he's got a shutout in the balance, not a no-hitter, with Deacon Moore having the only 2 of the 3 hits so far today that Lawrence has had. That's a ball outside. Count even at 1-1. 1 strikeout. With 1 strike, rather.
Yeah, 1-1 for Teak Toto. 1 out man on second. Robert Kelly just looking to come home. He's a speedy guy, so he can make it.
That's going to be a off-speed breaking ball there that Toto's going to see, so we'll go up in the count 2-1. Toto really knows how to watch these pitches and knows what pitches that he likes to hit. Here's a 2-1. Ball in the dirt low. That'll be 3-1.
We have 3-1 now for Toto, just sitting impatient, waiting for his pitch. Now he has the count he likes, so now let's see the damage he can do.
Here's the 3-1. That's going to be fouled down to the first base line. That was a line drive that went right to the first base coach, hit him in the hand off the redirect of the turf. So that'll even up the count, 3-2.
Yeah, now Toto with the full count, so now he has to protect the plate and see if he could just stay alive or just take a walk.
Just take a walk at this point. But here's the 3-2. Off-speed pitch, and then he's going to be called swinging, or called looking rather. I don't know what this umpire is looking at. I'm not going to lie.
I don't know. It's a bit outside. Toto just a bit frustrated as well. Not exactly sure what it was about, but was called the strike 3 looking. So now 2 down for the Cardinals. I actually need 1 out to finish the game off.
Aiden Poot pinch running here in place of Riley Rivera, trying to drive 1 home. That's strike 1. Robert Kelly on second, the furthest that any Cardinal has made on the bases this afternoon. Burrows just 2 pitches away from a strike, from a shutout. That's going to be in the zone, so it's quickly 0-2. Another ball that looked low.
Aiden Poot, the freshman, is the last hope, and then Deacon Moore in the on-deck circle as well, the only man with 2 hits so far this game.
Poot, the freshman. Here's the 0-2. That's going to be popped high in the air, but that's going to go out of play before Jack Hughes can try and come down with it. But if Poot is able to get on base with just any sort of base, I feel like Deacon Moore can drive in a run and prevent the shutout from going.
Yeah, Poot just needs to get to first in any way. And
That's the line out. That's going to go into shallow center field. And he will come down with it. So the Cardinals shut out by the Notre Dame Irish. 8-0 is your final score here from LHS. Just a rough outing for the Cardinals all game long.
yeah, not the best outing for the Cardinals. Definitely not a typical one for this year, but nonetheless, I think this will be their big game that they need for adversity for the future games. It was against another top competitor in this conference, so now they know what their competition is.
Yeah, it's a big wake-up call from this young core because, again, this is a heavy team when it comes to underclassmen. We've got so many freshmen, so many sophomores on here. You're only losing a couple of seniors. This is the game, and this is the time of the season where you make your mistakes. Yeah, you lose your first in-conference game of the year to go to 10-2, and that ties you with Notre Dame in terms of the standing. So going into the back end of the season, this is where you make your mistakes. This is where you learn from those mistakes. This is where you start to really refine your craft.
Yeah, this is where you learn how to build your team back. We have Coach Mayer, definitely a coach with a lot of experience, so he's been in this situation before. The Cardinals, for the upperclassmen, they haven't had the best past couple years, so this shouldn't be nothing new to them, and I will be expecting a big bounce back from the Cardinals.
Well, we'll be right back with our post-game show here on 107.7 The Bronx Retro WRRC2.